Hello and welcome everyone back to the Dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, and my players as always, as we are back on the regular day for another episode of Rogue Trader. So, I think everything's working. The only thing that I don't see working is the pop-up for me. Everyone else is it's working for everyone else, just not me. Oh well. So, in the last episode, we had done some things. So the group had done some planning for their assault on the slaver camp. They had put forth some groups. We have a meat shield group, an elite squad. We actually have two elite Izmirian squads, as well as a third. They needed it.
Better than average.
Yes. And we have a possible mercenary squad that may be acquired today. Gear and equipment, we went over that and realised maybe the Izmirians could do with an upgrade, and they got an upgrade. There were some other bits and bobs that had to be done around Izmir. I can't remember if we did the blood testing last time. I think we did. So the genetically purer Izmirians have been designated. The impure ones have been marked. They now walk around with little badges saying MS on.
MS?
Meat shield.
Oh.
They have little stars that say MS on.
Oh no. No.
And there was a sexual harassment case that came up, which was handled quite well, actually. As our group awaken on the I believe it's the 144th, 146th day that they have been on this lovely little world. I believe your plan is to go off to the Sky Tower. Is there anything you'd like to do before heading off?
I'll make sure we load up the cart and stuff with actual materials and supplies. We should be good on food and such.
So technically, food you don't really need to worry about.
Yeah.
Simply because your route is going to take you to places where you can resupply.
Yeah. Was there anything else we needed to do before we left? I can't remember. We may have discussed something before going last time, but I can't recall off the top of my head.
We had to. I was planning on stabbing all the Winchesters and bringing the blood to the thingy, the gene machine to determine which ones will be the meat.
Yeah, you've done that shields last time. So when there was a little celebration, and basically you were going around Cray taking blood samples from all the Izmirians who looked of the right age. Essentially no older than 18, or just like maybe a year or so older, 18, 19. And you've marked out all the ones that are genetically inferior. You made them little badges and put meat shield MS on them and handed them out. GP for the ones that are remaining genetically pure. Or genetically improved, maybe.
Well, all the ones that are genetically inferior get on the meat shield list.
ALP.
They wear
A
their
little bit more genetically pure.
just a bit more. They wear their badges with pride, not understanding what the badges mean.
Of course they fucking don't. They can't read.
They have a shiny bit of metal with an embossed lettering on it. They are impressed.
I wouldn't go as far as label them.
Yeah, there's an MS there, meat shield. They don't know what MS stands for. No, you do. So sure, the Izmirians are labelled. The Izmirians are labelled. You've organised food, so the labourers and the hunters and so on, they're going to try and get more food for the group whilst you're away at Sky Tower, because you're going to be there for like 6 days. So they've got 6 days to try and boost the community's food supply.
Yes. We already sent off a trade request for a couple of things, and as well as announcing that we wanted an audience. Albert, are you in the Roll20?
In the wrong lobby?
Are you in the Roll20?
Ah, it crashed. Fuck you, Roll20. Fuck you.
Admittedly, my link for Roll20 didn't work today, so I had to log in.
Oh no,
The other
yesterday I had the same issues. Yesterday they did even better, and they spawned the map full screen, but the ad was only like quarter screen.
Lovely.
Yeah, I think that
Oh,
beta has kind of... They fucked some shit up with Roll20 recently.
Yeah.
The beta is beta.
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 So sorry, boy, beta.
You soy boy beta cock.
An enormous amount of soy has been drunk. So was there anything else that you guys can think of that you needed to do? Or are you ready to head off?
I'm 100% positive we're forgetting something,
Yeah.
but I can't remember what it is.
Yes, I want to request a hint. I think we talked about something last time, but I can't remember what the fuck it was.
So
We have the robot, we prepared our stuff.
I don't think you're missing anything.
Me too.
I'm pretty sure you covered everything. You trained up some Izmirians. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you're not missing anything as far as I'm aware. You did talk about doing some stuff at the Sky Tower with some of your relics that you've found. But yeah, apart from that, I don't think you're missing anything.
Okay. No, let's go on. We should be good to go.
Okay, so as you set off, there's a cool breeze blowing into you, Jim.
Me?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'll just
alright.
remain muted.
No, it should be good. It's I don't know. Have you tried the noise cancelling thing with it? You know, the
It
noise
doesn't
suppression.
work all that well. It's actually worse.
Oh,
I'll just remain muted.
We'll remind you, it's not that bad. So as you take off, as I stated, the wind blowing in your hair as you're driving off. You get to Izmir. Sorry, you get to Plointree Outpost. So hang on, the last time you were here, there were more Fetits. But yeah, no, I think it was just there were more Fetits. I mean, we haven't actually looked at Plointree Outpost yet for quite some time.
yeah.
So-
They can be left to their own devices and stuff. Well, people have been going there and back and forth, but
Yeah, but people are going there. The trading post has changed
ooh,
a wee bit.
Lost Village or Plointree.
Plointree.
Ooh.
Yeah, Plointree has changed a bit. Let me back. Oh no, not that far. Not that far. Back. There we go. So, although admittedly it hasn't changed that much, it's changed enough. So I'll bring you over. No. Oh, yeah, will I? Won't I? Yes, I will. There we go. So,
Oh, look at that!
as you come to the outpost, they have been rather busy.
Very busy. Also, I recognize this map.
Yeah, it's the Plointree. It's the outpost. It's the exact same map, just each time it adds more stuff to it.
Cool.
As last time, you'll notice there are more Fetits. They are using your herd beast, but a different cart. The individual who took your letter a couple of days ago, Heinrich.
Mhm.
They are back. They inform you, but they have delivered the letter last night. Yeah, why not? Last night. Actually, yeah, that makes about sense. Kind of. So the Sky Tower will have your request to do some trading and to have a meeting with their council.
Okay. Sweet.
But yeah, there was no real need for me to bring you over to this map, just to
No, it's nice to see the progress too.
let you know things are happening here. Things are developing. They are improving.
Because we basically stop here for the night, don't we? I could ask some of them if there's anything that they're in urgent need of for.
No, at the moment, because you so the only thing they'd say is they do need more tools, like axes, hammers, nails, stuff like that. But the reason they don't have enough of that at the moment is because you guys traded most of Izmir's steel with Sky Tower.
No comment.
So they have all the stuff they need. Just more stuff is being provided as and when they need it. It's just right now they need to, get a bit more raw resources up and together.
Okay. Okay.
The Izmirians would, of course, ask for more booze. If more booze could be provided, they'll be happy to have some extra booze. The Fetits here, because I know you were trying to get the Fetits to drink more alcohol. The Fetits here are drinking alcohol. So there's a possibility that that you may want to increase your alcohol production, just in case the fetids of the Emperor's Sanctum are becoming as alcoholic as the fetids here. Although the fetids here do have to live with Ismerians, even if they are genetically purer Ismerians.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. All right. I'm happy enough there. Jesus Christ, we'll bring a drinking epidemic. No, fair enough. Yeah, let's yeah, sweet. I'll see about upping the whole alcohol production then.
Just something for you to keep in mind. You know,
Yeah.
just to keep it in mind. You may want to make some more stills. So yeah, nothing else really happens. You go through the evening perfectly fine. The Ismerians and the Fetids seem to be coexisting fairly well. Yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. In the morning, there's nothing untoward happens as you head off towards the Lost Village. Lost Village 1. Still hasn't been named, but what you will notice is the 3 buildings that were still intact now are fully inhabited.
Hey.
The Sky Tower has a number of people working the fields. The herd beast that lived in the area have also been somewhat wrangled. They are in a pen. They still look a little bit wild, but they are being broken in. Let's put it that way. Come on, further up. There we go. Back over to here. Yeah, there's nothing again really happening there. They welcome you, feed you, water you, and all the rest of the good things that
Yes.
that good people do for random strangers who just turn up and steal their shit.
What are you talking about?
Just feed us. We're hungry.
How do you know this place would be fucking stagnant without us?
It would.
The main protector.
Oh, that's the map. There we go. Is that the map? Yes, that's the map. So yeah, another day goes by. Nothing happens. I think this is the right map. And then one more day's travel, and you are at the Sky Tower. So let me come over to here. Oh, loading. There we go. Technically, those 2 Ismerians aren't there. We'll remove them. They come off. So yeah, as you approach the Sky Tower,
Yes.
there are more people on the road. Although technically you're not using a road to drive along, you will notice that you're passing more people. There are more people going back and forth from the Lost Village to the Sky Tower, which kind of makes sense. You can see them transporting, goods, food back, people, livestock, so on and so forth. Most of them do wave when they see your servo car driving past. And when you get to the Sky Tower, the gates have already opened for you to enter.
Excellent. we shall enter. And oh, sorry, hang on, let me just make sure. Right. I'm back on my notes to try and find. We have 400. Ooh, fucking posted that in the wrong fucking spot. Jesus Christ. We have 414 capital left. We are spending some of that for armor and such. Yeah, that's. I know we'll spend some. There we go. Okay, so we enter the town.
Oh God!
Yes, yes.
Why did the sheets take so long to? Oh, for God's sake! It just loaded as I closed it. Let's just change that.
So what did we need? We need like five. No, it was 5 feudal coats, which is. What was
So, as you approach, you are met by a shield sister that you recognize, Aresnus. Aresnus.
Hi.
The leader of the shield sisters greets you warmly.
I will do my usual little bow as a hello. At least when I'm speaking with these people.
Oh, I've just See, I was gonna have her hold up a letter, but I think that happened at a different time. So we're gonna say that the Sky Tower doesn't know about the sexual assault yet. They don't know that you did good work keeping the peace.
Oh, okay. Right.
So she holds up a different letter. She holds up a letter that has a wax seal on it, Heinrich.
Lovely. Always bodes well.
Wait, it's your wax seal.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fuck. I forgot about that. Okay.
Erasmus informs you that it is a bit late.
Yeah.
If it's an urgent, she could attempt to get a meeting up together. But as it is quite late, if it's not an emergency, the meeting is set for tomorrow.
It's not exactly an emergency. It's something that could be prepared upon, but no, that'll do fine. Thank you.
Okay. She informs you that as per last time, you can stay at the pub. Rooms are available for you. She does also inquire as to how the Skytarians are doing.
I will.
How's the milkmaid?
I'll just let her know that they are not climatizing. They are working well. For the most part, they are unbothered. They're integrating. They're integrating well. They're climatizing to the people well enough. There has been regrettably one incident, but it has been dealt with. The locals needed to learn. Well, they took it a bit too literally when we said to treat them with the same respect you would treat others, but they treat them better now again.
She finds this quite curious. Doesn't go too much into it. She does mention how she wasn't impressed with and she struggles with the name at first, the Izmirians. They look suspicious.
I'm gonna chuckle at that, but yes, I can understand why. That was actually the most appealing of sort, but they are a good kind. Oh, okay. Sorry, I just got some random dizzy spell there for a second.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah, no, I think it's just I've been drinking a lot of water today. I'll be like 2 seconds. I just want to grab something.
Yep, no worries. You take your time.
Take your time.
Take your time.
As a reminder, the last time the Eresnus met an Izmirian, it didn't go particularly well. I believe the chief ecclesiarchy, the deacon, Odleth, I think it's Odleth, smacked an Izmirian with his staff of power, knocked him to the ground. Yeah, the good folks of the Sky Tower are not particularly happy with having, inbred mutants roaming their town, which is why they're not allowed. I don't think the Izmirians have entered the Sky Tower yet. But I will... Ooh, I don't want to take the car as well. That would be a bit much. There we go. Let's move the party into... Well, we'll drop you on top of the pub. It kind of works. Bring the servo spider along as well. Take his... Right, oh, hang on. Need to zoom out on the map so that the stream can actually see where everyone is. There we go.
I am back. I have a drink and I have toast.
Glorious.
I have
Glorious.
toast in the toaster. I forgot about it.
So it's now cold toast.
Cold toast.
Toto's better than no toast.
Yes. Okay. So, I'll what the fuck do you call the girl in charge of these variants? The
Shield Sisters, Eresnus.
Erasmus. I will try and divert the conversation away to like how this. I'll try and maintain like the Skytarians are keeping well and such. But I'll try and divert it back to like another conversation. But if it does venture back to like what this meeting is regarding, I will bring up the fact that we will be might be the time for combat.
Well, you guys have made it into the pub. Where it is the end of the evening, so the pub's quite full. It's quite busy. The Eresnus, perhaps Cooney and Cray and Muttermouth and Thomas and the Servo Spider take a table whilst you and Eresnus go and get the drinks, where you mention, that it may be the time for violence. And a sincere grin could be seen on her face.
Did you cut out?
No. A sincere grin appeared on her face. That was the last thing I said.
Oh.
No, you did cut out for me though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
sorry.
yeah, I heard for fat.
I didn't take my finger. I didn't take my finger off the button, and everything is green. So I figured. So, Cooney, Cray, Thomas, Muttermouth, and the Servo Spider are sat at a table. Heinrich and Erasmus have gone up to the bar to get drinks. Heinrich has mentioned about there possibly being combat in the near future, and Erasmus has had a sincere smile appear on her face at the mention of combat. She sincerely enjoys violence.
Sounds like it. Oh, I'll turn the conversation around and ask how things have been here at the Sky Tower in the past couple of days. How's it been since we left and such?
So as the drinks are poured, Erasmus tells you, Heinrich, that everything appears to be going well. The crops have been brought in, food supply is doing well, the additional resources that were brought from Izmir, in particular, the metal has been quite useful. But she's not sure about the other stuff that you brought in, because it's not her department. But as you sit down and pass drinks around the table, and you begin, a bit more small talk is had, you would notice that there is a Jack and a Damon walk in.
Oh.
As a reminder, Jack is the incredibly old mechanic. It's what they're called anyway. That's the one. Why not? I have all these maps. Why not use them? And they should have all the people on there. Please?
Nope, it's just us.
No, here they are. Here they are. They are. Close that down. Come out of the darkness. Out of the darkness. Well, everyone, there we go. Everyone can be at the same table, sharing, breaking bread, doing all that good stuff. We could fit you all in. Get Cooney on at the end. There we go. Look at that. See? Everyone fits. Yeah.
Break my bread. I spent good money on this. That's broken.
There we go. Everyone is at the table. So yeah, you'd see Jack and Damon walk in. They both greet you or your group warmly. Jack sits down at your table whilst Damon goes off to get drinks for him and Jack. Jack seems just as old as before. Which is ancient. He seems to have a little bit more pep in his step. A little bit more... Like, if he was whistling, he'd be whistling a happy tune. Let's put it that way. Seems to be in a good mood. Was there anything the group wanted to ask these two?
Oh, sorry.
I will ask if they had any more issues with their tower.
We're having sorted their issues with the tower.
So Jack informs you that whilst most of the issues have not been fixed, the Archaeotech components that you delivered have been a massive help in getting auxiliary systems up and running again. Lots of small improvements have been made, but he would still grumble about the power issues that they're having. He would still... Hang on, are these the quests? No, these are the quests. So yeah, still the power. That's annoying. Got more of that. Yeah, so really for Jack, it's just the power supplies that are annoying him. He informs you that he's now having to turn some systems on, some systems off to turn other systems on to test them. As he's getting things fixed, he needs to test them with power, and because there's not enough spare power, he needs to essentially do more running about rather than just going, okay, turn the breaker switch on and let's power this up to see if it's working. He needs to figure out what can be powered down first to then power up this system to check, and then, you know, turn the system off, turn the other system on, and yeah, there's a lot of back and forth.
Hopefully make another little bit of headway for you so you can get access to the full power again, rather than shield and a notice in a microsecond.
He does inform you that they did run a test on the augury arrays.
Oh.
That came up with some interesting data.
Oh.
So, the augur rate. So Cray, you're going to be the only one who understands this. He goes into a lot of technical mumbo jumbo at the moment. It's the only way I can really put it. Where he's basically talking about what he was doing, and Cray, for you would understand that this is like realigning auger sensors. And although everyone else would be lost along the way, Cray, you're putting it together and you're okay. Yeah, he's clearly working on an auger system. From the sounds of it, it's a large auger system. He tells you the power output for it, which is why he had to turn off multiple other systems. And Cray, this seems like an awful lot of power for a... what would be the right word for this?
Sensor system?
No. So the power output is far more in lines with what a auger system for an astral auger system would be. So this is not planetary augers. This is stellar augers. So they've used an auger array on the planet itself, on the surrounding area above the sky. And there he brings out a data slate and reads off some of the numbers that they've detected in orbit. And again, this information would go over most of you. Just you wouldn't understand. Like maybe Cooney understands some of what he's talking about, but it would be in the wrong measurements. So very, very difficult for even Cooney to get a grasp of what's going on. But for Cray, the measurements for radiation and so on, and certain types of radiation, they haven't changed. So when Jack informs Cray more of about like the radiation levels that they've detected in space, the debris that's in space, the this, that, and the composite alloys that are floating around up there. Cray, this would looking at the data, looking at the it's the data, but I want a different word for just data. After analysing the data, that'll work. After analysing it, great. This seems very, very similar to the background radiation that you would find in a fleet. It's not a shipyard. What is it when a load of ships blow up and leave a
Debris
Uh,
field.
a debris field?
Wreckage field?
Yeah, I suppose a debris field would work.
Ship graveyard.
Yeah, a ship graveyard. So it's giving off far more readings of like a ship graveyard. Like a reactor has exploded and the background radiation that's still in the atmosphere, that's still in orbit, that's surrounding all the different debris. Yeah, you would imagine that a couple of ships at the very least litter the local space system. It seems that some ships definitely blew up in orbit and their debris is now just floating, probably creating a ring.
Oh, lovely.
And Jack is able to show you Cray. And again, I would imagine that this is where Cray and Jack are leaning in and chatting, and Heinrich being sat in the middle of them is kind of like, should I just give up my seat? I don't know what the fuck they're saying. But Cray, you see another auger scan that Jack says was before, so this is at least 18 years ago, probably 19 years ago, where the debris is far less, but the radiation is still there. So there's more debris and more radiation in the past 18 years.
Huh. Okay. So something tried to come here recently, or quite possibly in the last 18 years, more things have got trying to reach here.
Yeah, so 19 years ago, there was debris and some radiation, but more background, your normal kind of radiation that you would find in space. It is metallic. It is metal components that are floating in space. The auger would be able to tell that. And then the recent modern scan has shown that there's a shitload more debris and a lot more radiation. But the radiation is dissipating. So it's something went nuclear 18 years ago.
Right.
Sorry, is that 18 or
18, 1-8.
You cut out there for a second.
1-8, 18.
Gotcha.
1-8. Okay. Okay.
I have-
that is roughly
I have-
at the same time.
Has Cody been told about the CSMs that you guys got captured by?
No, not yet. I don't. Well, I think it was probably brought up in the fact that we were discussing about attacking the base.
Okay, I'm gonna stay quiet then because Cody doesn't know all the information, and so I'm not gonna make
Okay. No,
jump in logic. But
I don't think it was the CSM. I think it was the fucking the rogue trader and its vessel and all was operational about 19 years ago. So if something exploded 18, 19 years ago, it could have been the rogue trader's ship. Oh. Or something else. Okay. Oh. So they only got these scans working recently? Is that right?
Yes. The last one would have been 19 years ago.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, boy, the ship was destroyed in orbit then.
Yep. Good thing it's likely not our ship.
It's not likely our ship. It was 18 years ago. We've only been here, and we haven't even been here a full Terran year yet.
I've
Indeed.
been a lot less than that.
Hello. Why are you giving me your hand? What are you doing? Sorry, my dog. Gnawing on my wrist. Holy shit. Hey, stop that. Okay. Is there anything else we should know about? What has happened recently?
Nope, that's a lot.
Okay. In that case. No, I'll leave it. I don't think there's anything else we need to bring up just yet, but I will request that well, when I request the meeting, I just want to clarify who all is actually attending that meeting, because I think I know who I want to attend, but who is like automatically assumed to attend? Like, is a Resonance coming? Is it the Sisters of Battle? Is it all of them?
So it is Odlif, who is the deacon.
Yep.
It is the Sister of Battle, Ellen Kelly.
Yep.
And it is a Resonus.
Okay. Right, okay.
And technically Jack has an open invitation to the council, but he doesn't really.
If this is to act as a council, I would rather have him on side. I would actually, before like departing for bed and such, I would actually request that if Jack could attend and try and help us back up our case, we could do with as much allies as we can for this. It's a bit of a risk.
He sighs and would sounds as if he'd rather not go there, but he nods and says, well, he does owe you.
Thank you. And hopefully we can assist you more during this council as well. Allow things to remain amicable. I'll take a big drink of whatever drink I received. And okay, I'm going to call it for now. I will see you in the morning. I will stand up and I'll go to wherever we're sleeping. Rest for the night.
Very well. You are taken off to the beds that you were renting before, or slept in before. You're not technically renting here. They only made you pay when you're paying for other people.
We immediately took their houses and made them pay to stay in the fucking inn.
Sure, you can do that. So let me just make sure I actually have I need to make sure I've got a jack and an Eresnus in the Sky Tower. Just make sure I have a jack and a Eresnus. If not, we will plop one down. We will have to plop one down. And I need a Eresnus. So let's just grab her. And then in the morning, you were all greeted to... Also, for dinner, you will have a very enjoyable, very delicious meal. Lots of the bread. Oh, I took everyone over there already. How nice. How nice. Lots of bread, lots of other goodies. Go, there's a Eresnus, there's that. Yeah, I guess they would just take you to the main. I didn't really put in a meeting hall. You know what? Fuck it, we'll do it.
I believe it was the dining hall last time we had the discussion, and then I had a private meeting in Odlith's chambers.
Yeah, I think that's what happened last time. This time they're just going to meet in the housing area and bank area, because that is the guild building, and there were other areas that they could use here. So as you're taken into the Sky Tower, as per usual, the Sisters of Battle are on the walls. They are rather rigid in how they stand. Their armor does not seem to move very freely. But yeah. Oh, I'm missing a cray. Missing a cray. Where's a cray? Oh, a cray wasn't. We'll quickly grab a cray. Oh, there we go. Plop that down. There we go. Now we've got a cray. I lost my train of thought after realizing I didn't have a cray. So yeah, you see the Sisters of Battle on the main walls, equipment all ready. Just they don't seem to move that much. As you approach, they recognize Heinrich and Cray. Yeah, they accept that Cooney's coming in. The doors open, and you will find Kelly is at the entrance. She greets you, Heinrich, in High Gothic. She greets the rest of your party kind of nonchalantly, like not really, as a sister would probably do. And she leads you inside, informing you that Odlith is at prayer at the moment, but he will meet us in the guild hall. You're taken in to the main tower, over to the bank and guild housing, which you saw before, which technically all three of you are now members of the guild. Sure. Just as a reminder, you're taken into a large meeting hall within the guild building. There are a number of servants who bring out refreshments as you sit and wait for the deacon. Eresnus and Jack also arrive. There's probably about an hour where it's all of you without the deacon.
Okay. All right then. So before he arrives, I will give a brief I'll give a brief explanation to the three that I actually, I know I mostly have on side. I'll give you the full briefing when Odlith arrives, but we are making plans to assault a enemy of ours that has had a long time coming, so to speak. We're primarily here on the off chance we can request some assistance, or at least see if we can assist you again before we are otherwise engaged for a time. Any assistance we can get would be most appreciated, especially with the enemy we're facing. I will speak more of it when Odlith gets here, but I wish to attempt to make. I take it Odlith isn't here, right?
Yes, he's not here.
This is in the hour before he arrives. So
yeah,
I'll try to make requests and such to assist you all with the three of you as best as I can when he does, as we know he tends to have a little bit more sway here at the moment. So all I ask is for assistance. And I'll just sit in the chair, and if any of them engage, I will. But other than that, we'll wait for Odlith. Unless the rest of you want to speak or say anything to them.
Not really.
I don't think Cooney speaking would be very wise. Like she's just sitting, in her place.
Yeah, you're fine so long as you're with us. It's okay. Just don't do anything too overly, Howie.
Don't think I should be speaking still, because social cues dictate that these people don't like my kind. They think I'm a weird mutant.
So, Ellen, the Sister of Battle, or the leader of the Sisters of Battle, Ellen, is in a very, like, her posture, even sitting down, is very militaristic, very proper, back straight, all that jazz. Head upright, She looks at you, Heinrich, deeply into your eyes, trying to assess what you're saying and if you're speaking the truth. And she would first ask, what enemies do you speak of?
Well, I would need to know if you're aware of them first, truth be told. To the northeast, past the Izmirians, the tribal barbarians we aligned ourselves with, there is a pirate camp. Are you aware of them? Slavers, miners.
She looks a little like her eyes move to the side, kind of. She cuts eye contact with you, Heinrich. I did not. We do not leave the Sky Tower's walls, and we have had no reports of any of our people going missing.
They don't seem to have spread this far yet. They are probably here as long as we have been, or maybe a little longer. I have good reason for that, don't I?
Yeah.
They've been here maybe a few months before us, but not.
You wouldn't know exactly. You wouldn't know exactly how long they've been there, but the camp that you were in was established, so it must have been a couple of months.
Yeah, I'll bring that forward and say it must have been a couple of months at the very least. It's not been years like yourselves. In fact, one of the enemies is why we are here in the first place. They may not have reached this far, but they are slowly marching west. One of the one of the fetid villages fell prey to them. At least one we are aware of.
She has a moment of silence, and whilst anyone who strays from the light of the Emperor is an enemy of humanity, we are not at the strength to go after every recidivist, I believe is the right word. I think it's recidivist.
It's a recidivist.
And we have our duties to uphold here.
Oh, no, I am more than aware. The reason I come here asking for assistance, we have what I think ourselves much more than capable of more than capable and equipped for fighting, as well as what 20 rabble, 10 actually trained fighters alongside us. Not a massive force, but a force nonetheless. Main reason we ask for requests, especially from yourselves, is the nature of our enemies. They are not just mere pirates, mere marauders and slavers. They are heretics. Truly, honestly heretics. Not just those that have embraced ignorance, but truly turned their back upon the Empire, the Emperor.
Okay. Lower that down by 1. Nope, no, lower. There we go. Okay. So as you speak of true heretics, she pays more attention. She gives you a judging look, nods.
What was her rank again?
So technically, she's the highest rank.
Yeah, she's like the acting.
Yeah, she's a
acting canoness.
Yes, yes, acting canoness.
I will just straight up address her as Canoness Kelly. Do you believe that the highest of us can fall?
She looks ashamed in a way, and answers cryptically in a way. No one but our emperor is beyond. No one but our emperor is beyond corruption. It is every imperial citizen's duty to fight against any corruption. But even our greatest can fall.
I'll make note that's a bit of a strange answer. Well, at least to me, it's a little strange, but I appreciate it. I'll nod. And those who fight for the Emperor the most, not just the men and women of the Imperial Guard and such, are the everyday citizen who fight back against corruption as they can. Not only the Sisters of Battle, who purge the heretics from their any and all holdings that they have. Who are the largest that fight for the Emperor? The Astartes? The Angels?
He'll repeat her previous sentence. Even the greatest of the Emperor's servants can fall.
I nod again, and simply just bring up the fact that, again, one of the enemies, at least one of the enemies we have encountered at that camp, is a fallen Astartes.
He places her. So before she was, well, sat militaristically, but prim and properly. So no elbows on the table, no arms on the table. Now she's leant forwards and placed her hands on the table. Almost as if she's putting her hands in prayer, but not quite. And she's closed her eyes. Should what you say be found to be true, and you are telling us that the great enemy has arrived to this world, then it is our duty and our honour to remove such a blight from all the worlds that belong to the Emperor. Do you have any proof, Heinrich?
I sigh and simply state that unfortunately as we speak, I have no physical evidence. I have my word and the word of Cray. I motion over to him. Mayhaps other fetids have spotted them, but I know what captured me. I will look over towards Erasmus and Jack and are you aware of them? The Angelus Mortis, the Angels of Death?
Jack shakes his head. Erasmus, she shakes her head. We have not had a chance to leave our own territory, but I have no reason to doubt what you're saying is true. You have assisted us. I see no reason why we can't assist you. Jack pipes in. Well, if it wasn't for you all, we wouldn't have materials or componentry. I see no reason why we shouldn't believe what you have to say. You've helped us. Trust between allies has to be observed, and you've given us no reason not to trust you.
Well, at the moment, I can't offer you evidence, but I can offer you my word. Even if a small assistance was given, I would be grateful. And I will thank Jack and Erasmus for that. Ooh. Do any of them bring anything else up?
I'm just trying to think if I... Like, a Sister of Battle wouldn't care what Cray has to say. Really wouldn't.
When it comes to fucking acts of war, it still would.
Around chaos, maybe. Around, she doesn't really like the tech priests. She's not going to take praise word. She's not a massive fan of rogue traders. She finds rogue traders to be greedy and self-absorbed, which they kind of are.
Oh yeah,
you know.
I have my flaws. If she mentions any of this, I will just shrug my shoulders and say I do not deny any faults of mine.
But she is fanatical. She does have hatred chaos.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think there'd be anything else directly said. She'd be mulling over the information that she has.
Random little tangent, by the way, but I just real quick on the fact that hatred is a thing in this. One of my favorite out of context quotes from one of the other discords I'm in that talks about this is, "I can't believe I get a bonus in melee for racism." Hatred mutants, hatred Xenos or whatever, just racism gives you a bonus in melee.
Like you, especially the hatred mutants. Like,
Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't think there'd be anything else that the Sister of Battle would ask. Okay.
So, before Odleth arrives, then, if there's nothing else she's going to bring up, I will just say, then, in an effort to assist in changing the subject before Odleth arrives, as I did say, I did want to assist you as well one last time in case we do not come back, and that is in the lowering of the generator. Lowering of the shields, they're not so primed and ready to go. And my request is that if we succeed in this, that Jake, you and your, I almost said technomats, but mechanics, if it is possible, would you assist Canoness Kelly and her Sisters of Battle in assisting with their power armor? And if we don't make it back, well, there could be another threat coming your way, especially if they realize we are coming from the west. So, it would be better if we were ready properly and not just relying on one shield that an Astartes can walk through.
Sister Kelly almost had her hands in a prayer-like motion, but her hands pull away. So, Heinrich, are you trying to imply that if we help you or do not help you, you will see to the servicing and maintenance of our holy battlements, rather?
I already promised I would help. And as we have kind of dedicated this to a fight that we can't guarantee, well, we have stacked the deck as best we can in our favor, but at least I wish to make good on some of my promises before we depart. One can never be too ready.
Well, that would be very good of you if you were to allow your tech priest to service our war gear.
I'll nod. And Prayer, are you fine with this as well?
Yes.
Very well. I can make arrangements for the armors and war gear to be made available for maintenance And if there is nothing else that wants to be asked, said, or shown,
I think that's it for now.
the clock ticks. And after it is ticking for quite some time, an Oddliff appears.
15 minutes of awkward silence.
It appears after the meeting is already over.
Yeah, pretty much. So Oddliff arrives. He comes in. It almost looks as if his eyes are red and a bit weepy, as if he's been crying. He comes in, greets everyone, sits at the table and directly greets you, Heinrich, saying how wonderful it is to see you here. As two emissaries of the God Emperor are here. He feels that it is an auspicious day, a day of great beginnings and more religious nonsense. He blesses this meeting, says a little prayer. About 15-20 minutes go by of him just rambling and praying and this, that, and the other. Before he finally realizes that everyone is sat in silence whilst he's yammering on. And so what were the points of this meeting?
Well, I motioned to Cray and Cooney and myself, as well as the two Fedds. A battle of sorts. Part of the reason why we are here is due to a cabal of pirates, marauders, and slavers. They stand maybe northeast of the village that we have allied ourselves with, Izmir. And we believe that the time has come that we must take care of them. We wanted to come here and request for any assistance you might be able to provide us, as well as to discuss the details with you as well.
He looks shocked, and like when you mention about pirates and slavers, he's almost like gasping a little bit, and the Emperor protect, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Truth be told, the pirates and slavers are the least of the concern in that area. The mere fact that they are true heretics is a little bit more pressing. That is another reason why we can't allow them to stand for much longer. How does he react to that?
He is in like a bit shock, a bit nervous, a bit. Think of someone who's been very sheltered, hearing about gang violence and oh my god, normal things. He seems to be a bit overwhelmed by.
A guy living in fucking random backwater village, hearing about gang violence in Detroit or some shit. That could happen to me. Yeah.
Yeah. But he is shocked, and I mean, if there is such a battle coming, then we must be prepared. We must have all of our defenses ready. And you say that these are pirates. Well, we must be prepared for a planetary attack of some sorts, because they must have a ship. So
they're They are, in a sense, pirates and marauders, but they are not have as much in the way of technology as you might think. They are as stranded here as any of us are. They, no, you do not need to worry of your defenses yet. They are well more than a week, or almost 2 weeks east of here. They'll not be reaching your walls anytime soon, and there's a lot of terrain that they do not know between there and here, as well as the village of Izmir, the
Emperor's Sanctum.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I stopped myself because I don't know how he'd react to that.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
As well as a few fetid villages, especially in the woods. Truth be told, I do not believe that the Sky Tower will be in any danger for quite some time. Be it a few weeks, maybe months, before they even really gathered themselves to even venture out this side. But it's more a case of we wish to strike now before they strike at any point. Cut the corruption at the stem, so to speak.
At the mention of corruption, he gasps, and yes, the corruption must be pulled out from the root. It cannot be allowed to dwell, or it will be a seed that will bear dreadful fruit. And then he starts ranting off some scripture about letting, degenerates be, and it bringing out more degeneracy and so on and so forth.
Okay. I will nod. With a I'll nod my head towards the others, like Kelly or Elena Kelly, Erasmus and Jack. What about yourselves? Would you be interested in any assistance if we can at least approach it somewhat? We also do not know what they actually have in stock over there, so if this is a successful attack, we might be able to broach some much-needed supplies and such.
From Jack, you have my full support. You've given us resources, material. I don't see why we can't lend aid to those who have helped us. Erasmus, very much the same. You've aided us. You've been an ally to us, and as long as you continue to be an ally to us, I see no reason why we can't help you. For Ellen, we are honor and duty bound to protect the Emperor's holdings. And this is, without doubt, one of the oldest temples we have ever found intact. And that shows such majesty. It would be amiss for my order to leave this place undefended.
I nod. I do not ask for you to leave this undefended. How, just out of character, how many Sisters of Battle have we actually seen running around?
You've seen probably 12 suits of power armor. There are a few more what you would 100% point out as being acolytes of the Sisters of Battle. Like the best shield sisters get brought in and become acolytes, who will then become sisters of battle later on. You've probably seen around 20 women who are dressed in the robes of acolytes for the Sisters of Battle.
Okay.
And yeah, about 12 suits of power armor is what you've seen.
Right.
So maybe 30, 32 total battle sisters and acolytes.
Okay. Yeah, as I say, I'm not looking for. I'm not requesting that they strip this place of all defenses and such. Even if even a small portion of shield sisters or battle sisters to assist us would be much appreciated.
Have a little think. Have a little think about what you've done in the last few episodes. Have a little think.
I don't know why I'm drawing a blank.
Have a little think about what you've done in the last few episodes. Have a little think. I'd love it if Jim's actually sat there saying the correct answer, but he's muted. I'm sure he isn't, but no.
No, I'm just quiet. Because Escony shouldn't be doing anything.
No, fucking talk, dude.
I'm also almost sleeping in my chair, so sorry.
Oh, jeez. I'm trying to think. The only thing we've done the last couple of episodes besides prepare is the raid on technology to their southeast mutants.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
What have we done the last couple of episodes? It was we got attacked by mutants to the southeast. I'm prepared for this attack, so we should probably warn them of the fucking mutants anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Albie?
Oh, so close, so close.
We also went to the island, the fishing village, a little while back too, but
That's where you got the Archaeotech components from.
Yeah.
You delivered them to the Sky Tower.
Yeah. We already talked about this, didn't we?
Well, we have the shroud. I think that's the thing that this is referring to.
The tapestry?
Are you referring to the tapestry?
Maybe. Do you remember do you remember what it did for you?
Yeah.
1 second.
Right. Okay. I do remember what it does, or vaguely, but I do want to make sure. Didn't realize you were chatting about that though. Fair enough.
Well, there's a couple of things I was getting at, to be honest with you. You could have taken it a couple of ways.
Yeah. But it gives you +10 with discussions with the ecclesiarchy and nobility.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Right. I am gonna request that. Can I ask for Cooney and Mothermouth to go and fetch the vow, the painting / tapestry.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. I'll mention that there's probably something that they would like to see, and while they are going now, or at least when they return, I'll ask for their assistance in unrolling it. And I will bring up to Audleth and Canoness Kelly that we do fight under a banner, and it is this banner that we don't fight under this one directly, but we have retrieved this from the many different sites upon this world. A rather particular, site, if you might say, as we will show them the full fucking equivalent to the Last Supper.
So as Muttermouth holds one part of it and Cooney begins unraveling, as Heinrich is stood in front and saying what he's been saying, the tapestry slowly begins to get unraveled. You see Audleth he is hearing what you're saying, Heinrich, but his attention is fully on the tapestry as it begins unraveling. And you can see that his eyes were already red as the Primarchs begin coming into view, and then the Emperor, tears just start flowing down his cheeks. As he falls, like pushes his chair out of the way, like gets up quickly, his chair falls backwards, he falls to his knees and puts his hands in prayer, and you can hear him reciting prayers.
Of course.
The Kelly stands up, approaches the tapestry, and now it's
Evaluate?
Yeah. Where the hell is evaluate?
I believe that might be one of the advanced skills.
Nope, basic.
Basic?
It's underneath dodge.
Oh, yeah. Fucking hell. Oh, I got 52 in evaluate.
Yeah. Let's give
Gamble as well.
oh, will she succeed?
Am I not having
Will she
crit?
succeed?
The fuck?
Did not. Let's roll it again. Shit, I had it. Now where's it gone? It was underneath dodge. Where the fuck's dodge? There it is. Oh, for God's sake.
Wow. Oh, Jesus Christ. 97.
So she looks at it for a long time. I am no expert. I have dabbled. But this is quite a fine forgery.
I will chuckle at that.
Let me give Audleth a roll. He is crying, but
Jesus Christ.
I think he's going to use a fortune point as well. Oh dear God. So. Hang on. Let me. Who else would have evaluate in the group? It's definitely not going to be a Resonus, but Jack would have evaluate. Jack would have evaluate. And evaluate is intelligence. He is an intelligent old man.
Compared to the rest of them.
I mean, it's the Canoness, she only has like 30 intelligence, 32. Fine, we'll give Jack a couple of rolls. Come on, Jack.
62 again. Fuck off.
I mean, that would be a pass for Jack.
Fair enough.
That would be a pass for Jack. So Jack has passed. So as Kelly mentions, it's a fine forgery. Excuse me. As Kelly mentions, it's a fine forgery. Odliff looks up and a forgery. Well, yes, it must be. It must be a forgery. Nothing like this could be it couldn't be the original. Jack steps up, creaking bones, joints, and hips. Let's say he also whips out an Auspex, because how would he actually know that it's legit?
Sort of fucking magnifying glass and fucking checks the fibers.
You know, he is evaluating it properly. We'll say he also uses an auger to get an age off of it. Don't think that's what augers do, but fine. It's sci-fi. Why not? Jack speaks up and says that it's on what looks to be a legitimate canvas. The paints all seem correct. He scans it and says that it's absurdly old. Perhaps there's a few paintings in the like banquet hall or meeting hall that you're in. They would also be ancient if there are any paintings. So he could scan it and say, look, they're, our paintings are older than your one. They would be. He gives his say that he personally thinks that this is a legitimate item. There's going to be some back and forth between what does Jack know and what does Kelly and Odliff know, but it comes down to the fact that Kelly and Odliff are going to do some more looking into it. They're going to do some extended tests to verify.
I'm more than happy with that. If they wish to inspect it, do not damage it.
But
I don't care. I'm going to just say this real quick. I do not care if you do think it is a forgery right now, but I also thank you for that. I did not expect you to have such faith in us to create such a fine forgery in such a short period of time with little material.
So Heinrich, can I get a charm test from you?
Mm-hmm.
You will get a +10, but I'm running this a little bit like a requisition, so there's going to be a -20 attached to it.
I will fair point that because that is a fucking 98. Of course, it's a fucking 98.
Ooh. Just. Okay. So, as some discussion goes on back and forth, and you say how honoured you are that they have such high hopes for your abilities at forgery, and you give another little speechy poo, and imply that they can hold on to the tapestry to evaluate its authenticity.
If you wish to evaluate its authenticity, I will gladly allow you. But you put me on the back foot if you do so, as this is a rather important piece, especially to a loyal servant such as myself.
Oddlif takes on board and is very accepting, and he appreciates that you will allow him to study the painting further. Kelly, who is stood up still, she is scrutinizing the painting more and more. Particularly, she spends quite a long time just gazing at the God Emperor in all his majesty. Would she, wouldn't she? She is a fanatic. I do need to remember this. She is a fanatic.
Mm-hmm.
So, Heinrich, should this piece turn out to be original and authentic, she stares longingly at the God Emperor. Perhaps she even licks her lips ever so slightly. You'll give it to me. And in return, I will allow one of my battle sisters, and it says butter sisters then, I will allow one of my battle sisters to lead a small group of shield sisters to assist you.
Okay. I will. One sister's battle with a squad of shield sisters. Very well. This is the case. Let it be so. I will stretch out a hand to her.
She looks, the whole time she is just staring into the God Emperor's face. Her eye contact breaks for just a moment to realise that your hand is there. Her eyes go back up to the God Emperor's visage, and she shakes your hand, Heinrich, but she doesn't take her eyes off of the God Emperor.
The fascination of the fanatic is terrifying.
One moment they didn't have enough defenders. Now, oh, give me the painting of my hubby and I'll give you one. You can have a sister.
I will continue as I finish shaking her hand with as promised previously. I will lend any aid I can into the repairs of your armor as well as per our previous discussion. But I have a small request of you, Odlith, if possible.
But of course, Odlif does seem to be taken aback by the fact the sister just completely I went in and just took the prize. Huh?
Yeah,
what?
just completely went in there and went, oh,
Mine.
Yeah. Why? If he brings anything up, I would just say, why? You're all loyal to the Emperor, are you not? And such a great painting, when you realize that it is authentic, will need the best protection it can have. But the issue of the sisters' armor has gone on long enough. We need to ensure that they are battle capable. More so than ever. So I do request, and we will stay for however long it takes, that the shield be allowed to recharge and decompress, so to speak. Crave has more of the details than I do, but we do not wish any damage or overload to occur here. Not only that, but other usages of the power, especially in other regions of the Sky Tower, are needed, are they not?
Oh well, I don't know with and then Jack pipes in. You're damn right we do. We need the power. We can't go keeping the shields on max charge and burning out the capacitors. The disaster waiting to happen. But we must protect this place. The shields are our only defense. It would seem. Heinrich, can I get a charm test? The painting is still out, so you get to add the +10 for the painting. I believe it's a -10 this time, because it was -20 last time, and you succeeded.
Would be flat, then?
Yeah.
+10, -10.
Okay, with 5 degrees... Was that fine? Yes, 22. With 5 degrees of success, you had, I believe, 4 degrees of success last time. I can. We shall lower. We shall. Fine. We shall lower the shields, but only for a short time. We will. 2 days is the most I will accept. That we could get attacked at any moment. I mean, it's madness to take them offline for 2 days. You can see Jack rolling his eyes. Fuck's sake. You have made progress. The shield capacitors will be decharged.
I will smile, nod. Very well. It is a start at least, and I will ask that. I will ask that we, if that is the case, then we should start immediately, as we must make as most of these 2 days as possible. I look over to Jack and ask, is that okay?
He shrugs and they nod. Like, yeah, why not? That will be acceptable. So, what we'll do, as I have seen the time, the meeting will come to an end rather amicably. You'll be led off to do some works in the next episode. But for now, you have lost a tapestry, but gained a sister of battle for a short time. And some shield sisters. God, this next combat is going to be such a pain in the ass for me to GM. Like, shield sisters, fucking Ismirian, fucking... They're gonna have all the enemy character sheets. God, I might have to. Yeah, we'll sort something out.
I'll throw it out here. Look at Only War. One of the old Only War books has, I think it's the Enemies of the Imperium book, has the rules for formations, as well as Black Crusade core rulebook has the rules for hordes. Both of those will they're very good for mass combat.
Yeah, I'll have a look into them. I've tried the horde system. Wasn't too. I'll have a look into it. It might be that I do something more similar to what we did in the Only War campaign, where it'll be lots of smaller battles over multiple maps.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Because that worked quite well, rather than, and it might end up being that you end up leaving, like the Izmirians stay outside to guard this area, and then you take less and less with you as you go further and further on. Something like that. We'll see. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of character sheets. So yes, in the next episode, our group will be doing some things in the Sky Tower, and then they'll be leading their group onwards to prepare for combat. So yeah, probably still going to be 2 episodes away from combat, I reckon. Maybe 1 episode. But yeah, soon there will be victory or death, one or the other. So
Sweet victory.
I certainly hope you're all looking forward to the next episode and future episodes to come. I can't fuck that up, never mind. And I certainly hope you've enjoyed this episode. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Take care, everyone. And as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
See ya.